So I'm going to present on determinants of intermittent preventive treatment of malaria during pregnancy among the postpartum mothers in Rongo sub-county. And we all know about the preventive treatment for malaria. Globally, malaria is a public health problem. And actually in 2021, malaria caused 247 cases with 619,000 deaths. So out of the 247 million cases, there were 619,000 deaths due to malaria. So in pregnancy, malaria causes adverse birth outcome, and therefore intermittent preventive treatment in pregnancy with sulfadoxine pyrimethamine is the recommended chemo prevention therapy. As at now, it is the only recommended preventive therapy for prevention of malaria in pregnancy. And according to KDHS, 2022, 25.4% of the pregnant mothers, they received 3 or more doses of IPTP, that is SP, for prevention. And actually in the lake endemic regions where IPTP is being used as a preventive therapy for malaria. So more women are at risk of getting malaria due to reduced immunity in pregnancy, and also malaria parasite also causes anemia in pregnant women, and we know that anemia is one of the indirect causes of maternal deaths. So the malaria parasite stays in the placenta, which may also lead to low birth weight for the fetus. And also pregnant women, they may just look healthy, but then they have the malarial parasite. And as I said earlier, that SP, that is the Fancida, is the only recommended chemo prevention therapy as per now. So that was the study objective. To assess the determinants and the specific objectives. One was to identify the socio-demographic characteristics, and then the proportion of mothers who received IPTP, and also to assess the gestational age at first antenatal clinic, so that the mothers could get the minimum of 3 doses during their pregnancy. So the study population were women of reproductive age, and the target population were women of reproductive age, but with children below 1 year, because I wanted to avoid recall bias. Then to identify from the health facility these mothers who had delivered at the MCH, or mother-child clinic. That was the determination of the sample size. So this sample size I gathered from the 4 wards in Rongo sub-county to make the representative of the whole sub-county. Then I randomly sampled the facilities with mother-child clinics. So I used a semi-structured questionnaire to interview the mothers who had come to the clinic. So these were the results. The number of IPTP doses that were received according to age cohort. And what came out here is that that age cohort of 20 to 24, actually 20 to 29 years, they received more doses, that is 3 and more doses of IPTP as compared to the adolescents, age 15 to 19, and also the other age cohort of 30 to 44. So again, something there on the age for these mothers, because that age of 30 to 44, we will see that most of them are multiparous or grand multiparous. Out of the total, 81% of them received IPTP, while 5% of these mothers did not receive IPTP. And out of the 321, 14% of the mothers did not receive IPTP, and they were on cotrimoxazole. Then parity of the respondents, that more than a half of the respondents were para 1 or 2, and 36% of them received 3 or more doses of IPTP. Again, parity was a positive influence, that those with low parity could come to the clinic more frequently and get more doses of IPTP as compared to the para 5 and above. Then gestational age, again, from the table is coming out clearly that, again, those who started antenatal clinic at 12 weeks and below were able to get more doses of IPTP. And of course, we start giving IPTP at 13 weeks. So they could be advised, and then they come regularly to get their IPTP doses as compared to those who started after 24 weeks of gestation. So in conclusion, I found that there is a positive relationship between gestational age and the first ANC visit, and also low parity positively influence the uptake of IPTP, the recommended 3 minimum, and as taken. Then my recommendation here is there is need to scale up malaria messages through communication channels on the use of IPTP with early ANC attendant, and also the sub-county to ensure commodity stock to avoid missed opportunity for those who are eligible and did not get IPTP. Then we had also a public action, that public education to raise awareness through community engagement and media communication would make mothers know the need to go to the clinic early, and therefore they'll be able to get the IPTP, and also to encourage and create online platforms like Jibu platform, where even healthcare providers can learn more on the management of malaria in pregnancy. Yeah. Thank you.